Hey, welcome everybody to another video of Learn How to Draw from Zero. I'm your friendly angel, Mia Mikhail. I don't care how you pronounce my name, to be honest. Nice to meet you. And I'll be your host in this tutorial. So at this point, if you already watched my first video of Learn How to Draw from Zero, you already know how to draw proportions on a stickman. If you don't, well, go watch the first Learn How to Draw from Zero video. It's on my YouTube channel.
It's an order.
Okay, let's start already. We're in a hurry. We need to become awesome artists as soon as possible. Let's start. Okay, so we have our stickman right here with okay proportions, but he's looking kind of stiff, right? Kind of boring. So, nah, we don't like this. So let's make this little guy dance a little. It's time to pose. For this lesson, we are going to use Krita again since it's a free software and I assuming you are broke. But you can use whatever you want. Even paper and pencil, it doesn't matter. This video is not sponsored by Krita, just in case. Alright, so what we're going to do is choose a picture to use as a reference for our pose. For example, this one. So we're going to start with something simple. We're going to pick our brush. In this case, it's basic 5 size brush. It's a default brush from Krita. And as you can see, Link doesn't have any legs at all, so we're going to just focus on the pose. So we're going to do the same we did with our stickman. First, we're going to draw the head like this, just a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about perfection. Not right now. But you have to make sure that your head is in the same direction as your reference head. So as you can see, the head is slightly inclined, so we are going to do the same. The head should be in this direction. So you can draw lines in your reference picture if you want to help you with the angle if you need it. Next is the body. So we draw the neck in the same direction, the head, and one shoulder is going in this direction and the other one is in that other direction. So we are going to do the same. It's like a clock. And in this case, Link is very thin, so shoulder is going to be just more or less the same size as the head. So we take the size of our head over here. And then the body is slightly curved, as you can see. It's something like that. So take that into consideration for our body. Now, if you already watched the first video, you already know that the torso length is approximately twice the size of the head. As you can see, it's similar, it's pretty similar. So we're going to take the size of the head and our torso is going to end right here. You see this? Now just connect the parts. And now for the arm, take the measure of the arm, one shoulder to the elbow, which you already know it's from one shoulder to the mid part of the torso. Should be this long. Well, it's maybe Link's arms are different, but normally in anime style is like that, or even in realistic style. But in this case, this arm is slightly shorter, so we are going to do the same. It's going to be like more or less over here, right? And the forearm is the same length, which is going to this direction. So our forearm is going to be just the same. Don't worry about the hands. From now, this is the hand. This is going to be your hand. Don't worry about the hands right now. I'm going to make another tutorial for that. So what are you doing by drawing this is that you're actually training your brain into understanding how proportions, movement, and how the human figure in motion works in general. When you start drawing an illustration, you may want to start sketching poses like this. The more you keep drawing poses like this, the more you'll be able to train your brain, and you'll be able to reach a point in which you won't need to do the stickman body at all. You'll be able to draw just with the pose, not with the skeleton. But for beginners, I think it's a good idea to start with a skeleton until you complete your brain training, you know? Alright, so our pose is done. We're missing the legs. So I'm just gonna take this tool. So I'm just gonna add some random legs. And this one is going to be like I don't know. Do you like my legs? How is that? There you go. There you go. Congratulations, guys. You already drew your first pose. Let's go. Our pose is done. Nah, but this pose is very simple. So we're going to try with a more complicated pose, right? Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Ta-da! Alright, now this is a challenge. We're going to do the same. We're going to measure and understand the direction of each part of the body and try to replicate the pose in our stickman, taking into consideration the anatomy lesson we already learned in the first video. Don't be afraid to draw over your reference picture if you need it. If you are using paper and pencil, you can print the picture or just use your pencil. Imagine this is a pencil. And study the direction of each body part. Alright, let me show you how to do this real quick. And it's done! You can practice almost any pose using techniques like this. One last exercise. So we have the pose now, but our stickman is still kind of flat, right, guys? And we don't like flat. We like thick, similar to the shape of our reference picture. Do it quickly, don't worry about the proportions or details, don't worry about doing it perfectly, just draw. And have fun with it. Now this is called gesture drawing. Gesture drawing is the practice of drawing different poses and actions to train your brain into being able to reproduce and understand how each pose works. So make sure to practice gesture drawings from time to time. You don't have to practice every day, but as often as possible. And this is the end of the second video, learn how to draw from zero. Let's go! Thank you so much for watching. From now on, I'll teach you how to add details into your gesture drawings, such as body details, eyes, clothes, or even the artist enemy number one, hands. Have fun drawing and see you in my next video. Bye bye!